The second spawn cost is exclusively for anti-tank guided missiles. If you include even one anti-tank guided missile, it will automatically go up to the second spawn cost. However, it will never go higher no matter how many other anti-tank missiles or other weapons you include on it. So, in case you haven't been keeping up with the War Thunder patch notes, or even if you kept up to it with them and weren't really sure what this meant, there was a change to helicopter spawn costs and anti-tank guided missiles. The big one, there are actually several changes. Anti-tank guided missiles that have a range less than 2 kilometers actually got a slight reduction in spawn cost. However, this only seems to affect the Swedish starter heli unless I'm missing some, and it doesn't get it low enough that you can first spawn it, so it doesn't really make that big of a difference. The second change was any anti-tank guided missile with a range greater than 6 kilometers. So if you have exactly 6 kilometers, you're excluded from this. But greater than 6 kilometers, this includes things like Vikirs, Hellfires, etc. You will get an increased spawn cost versus a normal anti-tank guided missile. And then the last change was that if you have a proximity fuse, you will get another increase into your spawn costs, and this does stack. So Vikirs that have both a proximity fuse and a range greater than 8 kilometers actually got a pretty noticeable nerf, which means the Ka-50 actually got a pretty noticeable nerf, so it's noticeably more difficult to spawn it with a full load of Vikirs. Still probably a little too cheap, and the Vikirs are still really effective, but it does at least curb the spam of Ka-50s a little, so that's pretty nice. And it is important to note this for a handful of helicopters. The Z-10 for the China is actually one of the big ones, because it has both a 6 kilometer and an 8 kilometer range missiles, so it's probably not a bad idea to have loadouts with both the 6 and the 8 kilometer range missiles on them, whereas previously you just used the 8 kilometers. That's really just it. It's a short video updating the spawn costs on helis. Overall, I think this is a very positive change. I'm glad they implemented it. I think I actually suggested this at one point, that like once anti-tank missiles get over a certain range, they're just very difficult to counter. But it's nice to see it, so hope you enjoyed it. Hope you have a nice day, and check your helicopter spawn loadouts and see what it affects. Have a great day, everybody.